Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching funny old guys. And beside me, you're sitting in a very low chair. Let's go. Oh, there you are. Is Homeless Charlie. Homeless Charlie, say hello to our adoring crowds.
Well, hello to our adoring crowds.
By the way, that mustache you have this week, I know it changes constantly. You look like Adolf Hitler's mother. And below me, wait a minute.
And she's quite lovely, I might add.
Wait, never mind the comments. Or who the hell are you? You're supposed to be Dr. Fadpacker.
Yes, that's right. I'm filling in for Dr. Fadpacker. There's big shoes to fill, or in this case, I would say a big bedpan to fill.
Or big pants to fill, either one.
Or big pants to fill, that too.
But anyway, now, of course, I know that this fellow is Glenn. He's filling for Dr. Vatpacker, who's out of range on our video signal. But anyway, what you don't know about this, his name is Glenn, but last time we can't tell you because of confidentiality reasons. But we can tell you this, folks, that he's running for United States Senator in the state of Utah. Isn't that right, Glenn?
Absolutely. That's that right, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
anyway, so what we do is we tell jokes as we hear the clock, okay? And you guys laugh because we're old and we need all the sympathy and laughs we can get. But the point of conversation before the laughs is, for you two guys, if you could pick any job in the world, what would you pick for a job and why? Homeless Charlie?
Well,
yes?
I think I would want to be vice president because I've been to Mexico and I've been to Europe.
That was close. Okay, Glenn, the senator from Utah to be, any job in the world, you can have any job in the world and it's all yours. What would you pick and why?
I've worked hard all my life. I'm mostly retired, so I want something really easy and I won't be too busy. So I want to be a phone booth installer.
That's a good one. Well, I would be Superman's sidekick. And because I'm Superman's sidekick, I would get, X-ray vision as part of the package.
There you go.
Yes, and so I would get a job at the TSA at the airport, and I'd be scanning beautiful young ladies. That's what I would do.
I know.
Oh well, Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I tell you what, a wife goes to see a therapist and she said, I've got a big problem, doctor. Every time we're in bed and my husband climaxes, he lets out this ear-splitting yell. My dear, the shrink says, well, that's completely natural. I don't see what the problem is. And she says, the problem is he always wakes me up.
Well, we're off. Let's see, we're off Facebook. We're off YouTube. We're off.
I got off of Facebook.
We're off Twitter. Oh my Lord. Anyway, Glenn from Utah, tell us a joke.
Well, listen, I still teach English part-time. I'm a Shakespeare fan, and I have been for a long time.
Wow.
But I'm retired, and I was reading, The Tempest. And in The Tempest, the sorcerer Prospero, he retires, right? And he says, now that I'm retired, my every third thought is about the grave. And I said, I don't think that's right, because I'm retired, and my every third thought is, where's the closest bathroom?
that makes perfect sense.
I shouldn't complain though. I'm very regular. Every morning I go to the bathroom at 7 a.m. Unfortunately, I don't wake up till 9.
Yes.
Flotex helps.
And he usually goes there in a dump truck. Get it? But anyway, my girlfriend is so ugly.
How ugly is she? Sorry,
She is so ugly that over the weekend I took her to a dog show and she won. Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I tell you, this old guy goes to a church and he's making a confession.
Yeah.
And he says, Father, I'm 72 years old and I've been married for 50 years. All these years, I've been faithful to my wife.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I was intimate with a beautiful 19-year-old lady.
Oh, boy.
And the priest says, well, when was the last time you confessed? And the man says, well, I never have. I'm Jewish. And then he says, well, why are you telling me this? He says, I'm telling everybody.
Well, that was a little bit more PG or G than your other one. Woo! Glenn, tell us a joke.
Well, it's been so hot this summer, particularly in, out west and, coming from Utah, as I've been told. The cows are giving evaporated milk. The chickens are laying hard-boiled eggs. And the ranchers are using seat belts as branding irons. And unfortunately, I branded myself twice yesterday getting in the car. So
that's scary.
It is scary and hot.
Hey guys, I got to tell you about my new attorney. This guy is really good as an attorney because he got my murder charge all the way reduced all the way down to speeding. I'm going to tell you, that's a good lawyer. Almost, Charlie, tell us a joke.
Oh, we do a quickie. The officer said to the guy, you've been drinking? And I said, are you buying? And we just laughed. By the way, I need bail money.
I'll bet you do. Okay, Glenn from Utah, tell us a joke.
Well, the other day I got pulled over by a cop. Yep. And I wasn't speeding. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? And he pulled me over. He said, sir, your wife fell out of your car 2 miles back. And I said, oh, thank goodness. I thought I went deaf.
Oh, well, the wives are going to love us for that one there, Glenn. Woo! Well, I was so poor as a kid.
How poor were you?
I was so poor as a kid that when my mother took me to the doctor, and the doctor said I needed an x-ray, and she told the doctor that we didn't have any health insurance, he picked me up by the neck and held me up to the light. That's what he did. Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Oh, well, last week I couldn't afford an ancestry DNA kit.
Yeah.
So I announced to all my relatives that I had won the lottery. And I soon found out who all my relatives were.
Hundreds.
Thousands.
Glenn from Utah, tell us a joke.
Well, now that I'm retired, I'm older, I figured I need to do something to stay in shape. So I decided maybe I should try yoga. I heard it's really good for you.
Yes.
So, yeah, and they had this yoga studio not that far from where I live.
Hold it. Did you say yogurt?
No, I said yoga, but yoga.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know about a yogurt studio, but a yoga studio. And they had this deal, 3 introductory lessons for only $10. I thought, well, that's great.
Sure.
So I showed there, the instructor was there. I handed him $20 and I said, I'm here for the, introductory lessons for $10, and he just put the money in his, yoga pants, and that was the end of it. I said, well, you owe me $10. He says, no, sir. He said, you have to understand that change comes from within.
Oh,
jeez.
Boy, very clever of them. Well, you guys remember as a child, we used to have, when we had a cold, they used to rub Vicks Vapor Rub on our chest. Right?
Yes.
And we'd inhale all that wonderful menthol. Well, the Vicks company has just hired a brand new spokesperson.
Yeah.
They hired Dolly Parton. Now, if you could just imagine, never mind.
Several cars.
No, I got to let that one go. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I tell you what, the other day we were shopping, me and my girlfriend were shopping for vacation clothes. And my girlfriend and I passed a display of bathing suits, and it had been at least 10 years and 20 pounds since she had considered buying a bathing suit.
Uh-oh.
So she asked for my advice, She says, what do you think? Should I get a bikini or an all-in-one? And I replied, I think you better get a bikini. You'll never get it all in one.
Oh,
I'm still in intensive care.
I'll bet you are, buddy. Okay, Glenn from Utah, tell us a joke.
Well, now that this, everything with the pandemic seems to be getting better, and one of the things my wife and I like to do is we like to travel. So I said, hey, listen, we should travel as soon as we're able to. So I bought a map of the world and I hung it up and I gave my wife a dart. And I said, listen, I want you to throw this dart, and wherever it lands, I'm going to take you after, for vacation. So she threw the dart, and we're spending 2 weeks behind the fridge.
Okay, gentlemen, I have a song.
Oh, yes.
I have a song. Here we go. Be kind to your web-footed friends, or a duck may be somebody's mother. It lives in the deep of the swamp, where the weather is very, very damp. Now you may think that this is the end, well, it is. Homeless Charlie, last one. No applause, please. Last one.
Last one.
Last one.
Oh, well, hey, okay, I'll give you a quickie. I was going down the street the other day and I saw a sign outside of McDonald's, and it said the employee shortage is so bad that any long-haired freaky people can now apply.
It's a beautiful thing. The labor force is just expanding. Yeah. Last one there, Glenn from Utah.
Well, this whole pandemic has been hard on some people. And, my neighbor, I saw her talking to her cat. The sad thing was she was talking to her cat as if her cat really understood her.
Wow.
I went back and told my dog, and we laughed.
Well, I'm going to pass on this one because let me just see. Do I have a quick one? Question of the day. Question of the day is, folks, everybody in video land, is it okay to drop off your drunk friends at houses where they don't live? Just a question.
I think it's recommended.
Well, there we go. So anyway, this is the Comedy Thief, and we're done. But oh, wait, before we go, we have a special closing feature, and that is we invite a very famous celebrity to be in our next video. So this week, we're inviting Eleanor Roosevelt to be in our video for next week. And so what we have to do, you have to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And if you check in...
Wait. I think she's dead, isn't she?
Eleanor Roosevelt is dead?
For quite some time.
Oh, my God. Well, we can't... How about Roosevelt Greer?
Well,
I think he's dead, too.
Roosevelt Greer, you're going to be on our next video. So all you have to do is check in 24 hours. And if you don't... What?
Greer Garson.
Any kind of Greer.
Shut the hell up. Get your own show.
Oh.
Anyway, if you don't check in, you're going on the trash bin. So this is the Comedy Thief saying bye-bye. Homeless Charlie saying goodbye to our lovely crowds.
Hey, goodbye to our lovely crowds.
And Glenn from Utah saying goodbye to our expanding audiences.
Goodbye, expanding and outstanding audiences.
Our spandex audience.
That's right. And thanks for allowing me to join you today. So
everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. We'll see you in our next video.